couldn't stop talking to him. That's when you know you met your first love. It's something that the Lord put in my heart to say, and I would like to talk about waiting in God. I want to talk about a little bit about me, how God it was a situation where I was desperately waiting on Him for Him to deliver me, and I wanted to be free. I wanted the chains to be broken. I was in depression. I was sad and tired, and I didn't really knew how to deal with feeling so dark and so alone. I accepted the Lord. I felt His presence so heavy. I fell down on the ground. Nobody put their hands on me. Nobody touched me. Nobody prayed for me. I just fell down, and His presence was so overflowing. I remember how I smelled all these flowers. It was a heavy perfume. It was like a perfume of flowers. And I smelled it, and I was like, wow, well, I was like, wow, what is that? It was so strong, that smell, and I really thought that I have died or something. But and spiritually, like I was on the ground, but my eyes closed, tears were running down my face, and I felt His love. I felt how loved I was. And that's what the Lord is. He is so wonderful and amazing. He's so kind and patient, and after I accepted the Lord and He touched me with His presence, I was there with my sister. I couldn't sleep. I was like, wow, there is really a God there. Wow, you love me. And He didn't have to tell me anything. I didn't have to see Him. I just knew that He was there, that He was listening to me, and I felt His love so amazing and so the Lord, every time He was filling me up with His presence, chains were breaking. And in the Bible, I don't remember where, it says that when you accept the Lord, His presence comes. As soon as you say the prayer of faith and you believe, and when the Lord comes into your heart and cleans and everything. I remember that 15, around or 14, I don't really remember when. I gave my life to Jesus. I'm gonna live my life normally because I don't know what I did. I don't know, I probably prayed something. I don't know who are they talking about. I don't know who's Jesus. I don't know who's God. So I'm gonna live my life normally. So it says in the Bible that 7 demons more will come in to your soul, right? And they will come stronger, and they will make your life, your whole situation, everything worse. And so it did happen. As soon as that same day, I decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna live my life normally because I don't know what I did. I don't know why I accepted the Lord, and I don't know who is Jesus. And I decided to live my life normally. So yeah, I didn't had Spirit of God in me anymore, right? Because I rejected God again, and I decided, not to get help or not to inform myself or anything. So I felt worst, yeah, because I started drinking. I didn't do that before I met the Lord, and before I accepted Him, all that. I didn't drink. I didn't went to parties. I did not felt so empty in my entire life. Yeah, I was, before I gave my life to Jesus the first time, yeah, I was in sin, and yeah, I used to curse and live my life the way I wanted, but I was young, but after I gave my life to Jesus and denied Him, and then me giving my life to Him again for the second time, it was very difficult. Because the situation of going to church every day, and when I felt His presence, I do gotta say, I never felt it like ashamed or shy about it. I thought it was I felt God's power, like He was fighting for me. Yeah, people were putting hands on me, and they were trying to cast out demons out of me and stuff, but going back to New York, where I was born, it was very different, because I thought that so my ignorance, wow, I knew that the Lord filled me up and that He was the one that filled my heart. I thought that in my humanity that everything was going to be perfect as a Christian, right? So, but I also thought that because I felt like the battle was of trying to be free and trying to read the Bible. I'm trying to pray daily things I couldn't really do It was very hard. It was, how do I say it? I thought it was because I was away from my boyfriend. I thought it was because I was missing him. I thought it was because it was him I needed, and it was him that made me happy. But I was totally wrong, because it was the Lord. I wanted more of God. And things got really bad, because I broke up with that boyfriend, and I lived my life. Of course, he was living in the Dominican Republic, and I was living in New York. So things for me got really worst, because like I said, I thought it was him that I was missing, but it was those demons that were trying to make me feel sad, trying to make me feel alone, were, you know, and I felt depressed again. I decided to go to church. I was going to church over there, and I was reading my Bible every day, and I felt like the Lord was talking to me every day through the Bible. But there was a time when I stopped going to church, and I said, I can't take it anymore, because I feel so I don't feel like myself. And those demons were, I couldn't handle my life. They were giving me thoughts of wanting to die. I didn't feel free. It was really hard. So I stopped going to church. And you know how things are when you stop looking for the Lord, when you actually need Him the most. And the devil was trying to put me things in my head, putting me things like, no, it's not the Lord that you need, that boyfriend that you need. The Lord, while I was in a relationship with this guy, the Lord did tell me, that's the guy you're gonna get married. That's the guy that's gonna be the love, the guy that's gonna be there for you, right? But as soon as I started thinking, well, I used to go back to New York, because I used to visit him every summer to be with him. But I was thinking that he was the one that I needed, and I felt depressed when every time I used to go back to New York. And I used to think that it was him that I needed, and not God. So the Lord said, you replaced me, so I'm taking him away from you, because you're replacing him with me. He is not your God. He is not your God. I am your God. So the Lord told me that, and I understood that. I said yes. It broke my heart that I was doing that. It broke my heart because I was doing that to God. That I replaced him with this guy that I thought basically he was my God. Because I was obsessed. I thought that I couldn't live without him. I used to dedicate songs to him and all that stuff. But the Lord says in the Bible that you shall only adore, you shall only worship, that only Him, He is your God, and He is a jealous God. That's what people said, that He's a jealous God. And I believe that I was worshiping that kid, that guy that I was liking. Like I said, situations got worse when after I broke up with him. But the Lord made me understand after I broke up with him that what I was doing. And I was saying, wait, you told me that I was gonna be with this guy, like that he was gonna be like the father of my kids, and you know how the Lord tells you, you know, but told me, no, you replaced me with him. He is not your God. So I removed that away from you. And because I'm a very jealous God, right? And yeah, I accepted that. And I remember going back, I remember that in Dominican Republic, I used to be like, why? Like, I used to be happy, but when he used to leave, I used to be in my sister's house. I used to be like, but why am I feeling like this? And why I still feel kind of empty? And I thought, he's the one who's supposed to make me happy. He's the one who should always be there with me. And the Lord brought me this song to my head. Song I always hear from Britt Nicole, I think it was her name. Is her name. And the song talks about how I don't have to worry, that He's there for me, that Jesus is there for me, and I don't have to worry, I don't have to feel alone, because that's how I was feeling. And I didn't know why, I didn't understand why. I was like basically 2 years being in a relationship with Jesus, but I still didn't know it. And I thought, like I said, I thought my happiness came from that guy. And while I was there in the Dominican Republic, I thought that, you know, I was always going to be happy because of him, because he made me happy. But the Lord made me see that I was wrong. And so after 3 years of battling with that, trying to break free, trying to feel good, to be happy, and to look for the Lord, and it was 2 or 3 years, I believe. I felt that I waited for so long. You know, like the Lord did break the chains, and I'm free, and I don't have to live with this depression, with this sadness, with this everything at once happening, anxiety attacks, and I was feeling like brand new, basically. After that, I started dating and stuff, but Lord, I know He had told me in the Bible, He had talked with me. He told me that He was going to give me something. something, he said, something new is coming to your life. So after all that situation, me trying to break free, I got married and all that good stuff. And I realized that I knew I couldn't do the same thing that happened to me before, right? I couldn't replace God with anything, with any guy, with my husband, with my kids, not our kids. So I always took that as a lesson learned. He is my only God. Jesus is my only God. And he comes first, and then the husband, then the kids, and, family. And so yeah, I wanted to just talk about how waiting for the Lord is good, and you have to be patient, and everything that he does is for a reason. But also everything that you do and everything that you decided, every choice that you make affects your life too. God gives us free will. And the Lord made me to choose. He said, you could go back to Dominican Republic, be with this guy, but your life will be living hell. You will not be happy. At the end of the day, he's gonna hate you. He will not want to be with you anymore. You will have kids with him just like you wanted, but you will be miserable. He will be cheating on you, and you will not be happy with this guy. Or you stay with me, or you stay here in New York. You will have me, you will have my presence. You choose me as your God. And I will give you something new. And I will surprise you. And I will give you what I know that you deserve. And after that, after all that, the Lord told me, and then I met my husband and got married and had kids. Then I had nightmares, and the Lord telling me over and over again, this would have been your life if you had chosen to go and visit him again and to be with him and to stay with him. That's how it will be your life. All I saw in my dreams, all those nightmares, were blood, death. It was, of course, adultery. It was me being very sad, depressed, didn't really trust him anymore. That's how the Lord told me, yeah, you made the right decision. You did obey me. You did listen to me. So, waiting on the Lord for my situation, wanting to be free so he could break the chains, waiting on him on that, or waiting on him for a husband and fear, wanting a husband, you're wanting a family, kids. The Lord has his ways. Like I said, every decision he makes, you decide. if you want to take the bad one or the good one. And he will let you know which one you took, which one, what you did was wrong, what you did was right. The Lord is patient, and he gives us the free will to do that. And sometimes we have to put away our emotions, our self, our pride, and we have to say, yeah, Lord, I know what you're talking about. I need to obey you. I understand you're just protecting me even when we don't understand. And waiting for the Lord, waiting for him to bless you, waiting for, after you make the right decision, of course, waiting for him to bless you, waiting for him to surprise you like he did with me. Your life is better. Your life is on the hands of the Lord. And you're protected, and you're under the blessing of the Lord because you have obeyed him, because you have waited on him. So I want to thank you for listening, for sharing. If you have shared, like, subscribe, share, and tell the world, wait on the Lord, and Jesus is